Once upon a time, a princess named Snow White lived in a castle with her father the king and her stepmother the queen. Her father always reminded his daughter that above all else, a royal family must be fair. Said he, "People over all the land come here to the castle with disputes. They need their ruler to hear each side and make a decision that's fair." Snow White's stepmother asked her magic mirror, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" "Snow White is the fairest of them all," said the magic mirror. "What?" shouted the queen in surprise. "No one is more fair than I. The queen must be the best at everything," so bothered that the queen decided to be rid of the girl once and for all. "I cannot wait another day," she decided. The queen called for her servant, a huntsman. "Find a reason to take Snow White deep into the woods tomorrow," she said, pointing her long fingernail at the servant, "and kill her." The next day he took Snow White into the woods. As he drew his knife to slay her, Snow White turned. "Look," she said, taking something out of her pocket. She held in front of him 6 perfect animal shapes carved of wood. "Do you like them?" she said. "I made them for you." The huntsman saw Snow White's kindness and innocence. He couldn't bear to harm her. Instead, he warned her and urged her to flee. Snow White ran through the dense, shadowed woods. Wolves howled, branches clawed at her, and her skirts tore. Yet she pressed on until she stumbled upon a tiny, cozy cottage. Inside, 7 tiny beds awaited her, the home of 7 dwarfs: Bashful, Doc, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, and Sneezy. What a mess! She had never seen such an untidy space. "But it's a roof over my head. Maybe if I clean up around here, I can earn my stay tonight." As she cleaned, she thought of someone. Before her father married the queen, her stepmother, she and a prince who lived in a nearby kingdom were spending time together. However, once her father remarried, the stepmother made a new rule: no more visitors. It wasn't seemly, she said in a firm voice. She fretted. If she never returned again to the castle, would she ever see him again? The dwarfs returned from their day's work and were surprised to find Snow White. They welcomed her, and she shared her story. The dwarfs, touched by her plight, allowed her to stay. The queen marched up to her mirror. "Mirror, mirror on the wall," she demanded, "who is the fairest of them all?" "Snow White is the fairest of them all," said the magic mirror. "That is impossible," screamed the queen. "The girl is no longer alive." "Snow White lives," said the magic mirror. And an image on the mirror showed Snow White living in the cottage of the 7 dwarfs. Meanwhile, the queen learned that Snow White was alive. Disguised, she visited the cottage and offered Snow White a poisoned apple. Snow White took a bite and fell into a deep sleep, as if dead. The dwarfs placed Snow White in a glass coffin, mourning their newfound friend. But fate had other plans. A prince passing by saw her and fell in love. His kiss broke the curse, and Snow White awakened. They married, and the queen's wickedness was exposed. In a final confrontation, the dwarfs revealed Snow White's stepmother for who she truly was. The queen fled, pursued by the dwarfs. Lightning struck the mountain, and the queen vanished forever. Snow White and the prince ruled with fairness and kindness. Their love story became a legend, and the dwarfs remained loyal friends. But nothing could erase the memory of the poisoned apple or the glass coffin. And so, the tale of Snow White and the 7 dwarfs echoed through time, a story of beauty, jealousy, courage, and true love's kiss.